Yo, sup guys? Mooky here, and I'm back with another part of What If Izuku Was Trained by All the Shonen Jump Protagonists. This is part 16. In the last part, Izuku and Bakugo went all out against each other, with not even holding back one bit. However, Izuku was finally got in contact with his Zanpakuto, Yusa. However, it told him to not let Bakugo use his powerful explosions, which he did. Not only that, Izuku also told you about his quirk and what he's truly capable of, with now also hearing about Ingenium, Ida's brother Tensei, having a run-in with the hero killer Stain. And so, with that said, let's get into this, shall we guys? The next day in the morning, Izuku decided to meet with Kirishima, as Kirishima would meet nearby Izuku's neighborhood, being the best place for Kirishima to show up and tell him to show up around 8 o'clock in the morning, as he wanted to spend at least an hour or two helping Kirishima get at least a handle of Nen, actually. Feeling like that would be the best chance for somebody like Kirishima to get the best of instead. With that, soon, Kirishima waiting in front of a small little kids park, but thinking, why would Midoriya tell me to meet here? As soon saying, because this place has somewhat of a special meaning to me. As soon, Kirishima jumps up in the air saying, "What? Midoriya, when did you..." Just showed up, actually. And honestly, I would have been here sooner, but I had to make some plans later on, saying, "Oh, right, you did say something about that. So, we're going to train here?" Saying, I think it's best if we were placed more private. Hang on, dude. As soon, Kirishima saying, "Hang on, what are you..." As Izuku holds Kirishima's shirt, and then they basically disappear for a split second and show up in the outer forest of Masafu, with Kirishima saying, "Oh my god, do you do that all the time?" Saying, yes, I do. With Ben saying, "Okay, I brought a couple of things to help us with your training for at least the next hour or two. So, I want you to focus on trying to channel it. That's what I want you to do. You don't have to do anything too special unless we still have time for it." But saying, "What are you trying to do, Midoriya?" "I'm going to help you unlock your Nen." With soon Kirishima saying, "Nen? What's..." As Izuku began explaining to Kirishima that Nen is basically manipulating your life energy, otherwise your aura, to have increased strength, better durability, speed, and even suppress your presence as well. It's a pretty good skill. So, I'm going to teach you the 4 basics on how to access your Nen. But to do that, I need to access your Nen node and open it up for you. Saying, "My Nen node?" With soon Kirishima saying, with confused, saying, "Just give me a minute." As soon, Izuku channels his Nen through his index finger. As soon, Kirishima couldn't see anything, but his aura is circling around his hand and finger. As then, Izuku places his hand near Kirishima's chest. As then, his Nen node has began to open. With soon, Kirishima feels an influx of power coming through his body, as he has no idea what the hell is going on, as he feels like he needs to catch his breath, as he wonders, what did you... Saying, "Alright, looks like your Nen's open, and you're releasing a lot. You should probably suppress that. If you don't, you might..." As soon Kirishima saying, "Suppress," saying, "Just calm down. Take deep breaths, Kirishima. Just in and out, slowly." After this, Kirishima begins doing what Izuku says, breathing controlling his breathing, both in and out. As soon, Izuku's saying, there you go. Looks like your aura levels are starting to stabilize now. Wotsun saying, so what now? As soon, Izuku pulls out one of his old notebooks as being, now, let's get over the basics. As he goes through each of the 4 steps of how to control Nen easily. First, starting with 10. As Izuku tells Kirishima to control his Nen, but use his breathing, as it would be the best way for him to control it. As soon, he tells him to just control his breathing, don't make it any too rapid, don't make it too slow, just have it at a steady pace. It's the easiest way to get a handle of your Nen around your body. As soon as Kirishima has a good handle of this, as it took almost at least 30 minutes or so. With soon, Izuku saying, all right, next up is Zetsu. Now, I want you to try and turn it off, Kirishima. With Kirishima saying, turn it off? How? Just focus. You've already controlled the breathing on how you circulate Nen across your body. So, next up, you have to turn it off, but not with force. Just focus on your breathing like I told you before. But this time, mentally think you're turning off your aura. As soon, Kirishima does this. As he still breathes, and then imagines his Nen being turned off. As he's now suppressing it. Saying, hey, I did it. I don't feel any different. I feel like I'm back to normal again. Saying, good. Also, I was surprised. I thought for sure that you were going to force your quirk on. Saying, yeah, I was thinking that. Saying, all right, next up is Ren. Saying, Ren, you're needing to explode your Nen out of your body. With that, a burst of energy allows your body to be 10 times more stronger than it was before. Saying, okay, so how do I do that? All right, just force your Nen open. So turn off Zetsu, and then, with all your might, bring out your Ren, bring out your aura, and bust it out. With soon, after saying this, Kirishima tries his best to activate his Ren. However, every time he does, all he's doing is activating his quirk. This took almost 45 minutes until he finally got it down. With soon Izuku saying, damn, that took way longer than expected. With soon Kirishima saying, sorry, Midoriya, saying, don't worry. All right, all that's left for me to show you about the basics of Nen, it's Hatsu. As soon, Izuku saying, it's better if I showed you, then tell you about it. As he goes to one of the nearby trees, as he channels his Nen throughout his body, and then to a single point through his hand. With that, soon, the entire tree itself began to shatter entirely, basically explode from the excess force into it. With soon Kirishima saying, holy shit! Whoa, Midori, did you just? Yep, that's Hatsu. With that kind of force, you would be able to deal some pretty heavy blows with that kind of power. First, you're going to need to control your Nen and focus to a single point through one part of your body. It's best to do it to a point of your body where you know you can take out the energy. So, it's easier to do it on your hands. And then you can focus probably around your feet. And sometimes even your head. But let's start small, being your hands. As Kirishima says, got it. As soon Izuku looks at a time saying, man, if this keeps up, I may be late for my date with, Nejire. As Kirishima tries his best to extend his Nen, but each time it keeps always dispersing, and sometimes he activates his quirk by accident, which Kirishima's having a hard trying to do, with Izuku basically decided to help him out a little bit, saying, calm yourself, Kirishima. Just focus. Concentrate. Focus. Don't be focusing on trying to how much power you put into it. Just focus on when you extend your Nen out of your body. And that's it. Don't focus on all of it. But soon, Kirishima takes a deep breath, places his hand on the tree again. As soon he extends his Nen out once more out of his hands, but then creating a massive crater onto the tree that he placed his hand on, as it didn't shatter entirely like how Izuku's did, as Izuku's had years to basically, master his Nen after all. So yeah, now Kirishima has a handle on the basics of Nen. With that, Izuku's saying, good, very good. With soon Kirishima say, yeah, nice. Now that that's taken care of, I think I can actually get a hang of this, saying, you've only got the basics down. Now for the real stuff. But I can't teach you that right now. Saying, what, really? Yeah, I only wanted to teach you the basics. Because during our fight, you had potential to use Nen, which is surprisingly that anybody would soon easy. But Kirishima saying, Midoriya, tell me, who taught you how to use Nen? Who taught you how to fight like that? With Izuku basically saying, let's just say he's like a brother. The person that taught me how to use Nen is like a brother to me, more than anything. So, yeah. But you'll get the hang of it. Actually, I think it's better if I give you this. As he gives him his Nen notebook on the basics of Nen control, as he soon flips the pages to the 6 specialties of Nen users. As soon he tells them, these are the specialties of Nen users. If you want to figure out which Nen user are you, then you might need to figure these steps on your own. And if you have a problem and you kind of feel like you're struggling, just call me and I'll probably help you out again. But until then, I need to get going. With soon Izuku leaving and taking Kirishima back into the city, with Kirishima saying, oh god, I still can't get used to that. Saying, fair enough. At any rate, you can walk back to the train station, can you? Saying, yeah, totally. Just focus on training on those four basics, and then when you feel ready, call me when you want what Nen user you want to become, and I'll be there. See you, Kirishima. As soon Izuku disappears once again, as Kirishima saying, Midoriya, I feel this would be the next step I can to become a hero. And for that, I thank you, buddy. You truly are the man among men. As soon Izuku heads back home and snuck into his room through his window, of course, and basically changed into the clothes he's going to be spending time with Nejire. As he's soon saying, all right, this is the place you wanted to meet, so I'll head there. As then Izuku disappears once more, as Izuku makes it to the location, as he wonders, I don't see her anywhere she wanted me to be, as there's crowds of people and him being in front of a fountain. As soon he realized, are you trying really, Nejire? As saying, aw, did you already know I was here? As saying, nope, I just figured you would actually jump out and try to get me and try to surprise me as usual. As she soon says, actually I wanted to see if I can do it on purpose, because every time we do meet, it's always when me not doing it on purpose. So I wanted to see if I can. As Izuku saying, yeah. Any rate, you ready to spend time together? With soon saying, of course. As the two spend quite a bit of time together, at least an hour and 30 minutes at going to a couple of cafes and also seeing, well, that of a street show, actually. Even got to see a battle between heroes and villains, with Izuku not really that impressed about the fight, as Izuku was so strong, he felt like he could actually took care of it in just a matter of seconds. But, of course, he doesn't have his hero license or a provisional hero license either. So yeah, with that, the date actually ends with Izuku saying, still got time to spare. At least another 30 minutes before I have to spend time with Ochako. As he thinks this, with soon her saying, I really had a great time, Midoriya. Thanks, Izuku. With soon Izuku saying, I actually did enjoy myself spending time with you, Nejire. I really hope we can do this again. With him smiling at her as she's saying, you really? All right, then let's have a date again tomorrow. Saying, yeah, don't push your luck, girl. Saying, oh, worth a try. As Izuku couldn't help but laugh, thinking, this girl is really too bubbly as it is. Not only that, she's not the kind of girl to give up so easily. I like that. As soon she's saying, but if it's gonna be a while until we spend time together again, how about this? After saying this, she soon kissed Izuku on the lips with no warning whatsoever, as Izuku is basically red as hell, as he realized this is literally his first kiss on the lips. As Nejire took his first kiss on the cheek, now she's took his first kiss on the lips as well. With that, Izuku is utterly red as hell, with her saying, see, Izuku, I can't wait to spend time with you again. As she soon walks off, with Izuku just plopping himself on the ground, as he's trying to say, calm down, calm down, calm down, over and over and over again. It took at least 5 minutes for himself to actually calm down, and and the red fading from his face, within realizing, oh, okay. As he planned on meeting Uraraka at the place that they plan on hanging out, which being in around an outer mall, with soon she saying, did I make the right choice coming here early? Or as soon as you saying, wait, she came early? Wow, I didn't expect that from Uraraka. As soon he walked up behind her and tapped her shoulder, with her noticing Izuku and him waving, saying, hey, Uraraka. As she's saying, oh, Deku, hey. Is he saying, have you been here long? With her saying, well, I got here at least 10 minutes early, actually. And saying, wow, you really became punctual, aren't you? Saying, well, I just wanted to spend time with you, okay, Deku? As Izuku saying, nah, nothing wrong with that, Uraraka. After all, we are friends. As after saying this, her mind just shattered, saying, friends, yeah, friends. After saying this with that of as her eyes are closed and giving off that of a comforting smile, she's clenching her fist tightly, within internally saying, I am not losing to Yaoyamo, that's for sure. As soon as Izuku saying, so, where would you like to hang out first? As they basically went all over the mall, had a little bit time to go to a couple of stores, look around a bit. Izuku went to a couple of hero stores and seen a lot of merchandise for All Might and other heroes too, as he didn't even bother with the Endeavor merch actually, due to what happened after all. As soon they basically spent time at a food court and got something to eat. With soon Izuku saying, this was really fun. I'm really glad I got to spend time with you, Uraraka. saying, me too, Deku. As she's soon saying, hey, Deku, can I ask you something? As Izuku saying, yeah, what is it? With her saying, what would you think of us being more than just friends? As Izuku saying, more than just friends? I wouldn't, I mean, like best friends or something? Well, something more than that. As Izuku saying, yeah, of course. I thought I knew it for sure. She has feelings for me just like you, just like Miss You and Nejire. There's a chance that even Yaoyorozu has feelings for me. Great. As saying, Uraka, look, can I ask you a question? Saying, huh? What would you say about me, about sharing me with other girls, for example? As she's saying, what? Where's this? What would you say about that? Could you share me with other girls? Even though I may feel the same way you do about me. How would you take that? Could you accept it? Or would you think it's weird? As soon Ochako saying, well, actually, yes, I would think that's kind of weird. I mean, really weird. Saying, thought so. If this doesn't, but Deku, you are so cool, so awesome. During the entrance exam, I couldn't help but fall for you. How much you helped me, how much you look after everyone in class 1A. And not only that, you actually inspired me during the sports festival. I know it's only been a short couple of months, but Deku, with Izuku saying, ooh, Ochako, please, if you liked me, try and take some time. Make sure that these feelings for me are really real. I don't want you forcing yourself just because you feel like you owe me. And she's soon saying, it's not that I owe you. I really do like you, Deku. You've inspired me to move forward and to understand what it truly means to be a hero now. So, because of that, I do like you. No, more like, I think I really am in love with you. As soon, Izuku saying, damn it, now she's confessed. This is going to be annoying as hell. I can't turn her down. I don't want our friendship to be ruined, but I do like Uraka. But I don't know if do I like her as a friend? Or do I have romantic feelings for her? That's the question though. Because there's Nejire, Miss You, and so saying, but could you wait, Uraka? Is she saying, what? Could you wait for me to give you my answer? Please. You just spraying this onto me when I just thought that it was just us hanging out as friends. So could you wait for my answer? As soon she's saying, okay, I can wait, Deku. I can wait for your answer as long as you need. But it won't change on how I feel for you. And that's all true. As soon she's saying, I've already paid for my lunch, actually. I just wanted to tell you how I truly feel for you. So, just say it, and I'll be ready. And as soon she walked off, saying, see you in the next couple of days, Deku. As then Izuku saying, great. Is my life going to be like this all the time? Because I really didn't expect this. Honestly, I think guys my age would actually want this more than anything. But they have no idea the constant strain of this. Hell, who would expect... Hell, the worst part is, you really expect girls to share one guy? Like, hell they will. And that's the thing I think most guys forget about. As soon as he's saying, but whatever. It's not like these girls. I just need to choose one, and I have more of a connection to Miss You than I do with the others. As he soon says this, saying, oh, what the hell am I saying? I actually like all of them, but I don't want to break but I don't know what they would do to each other if they find out about each other, as Izuku is just racking his brain about this. As he may be a 22-year-old in his teenage body, but he still sometimes act like that of a nervous teenager after all. With soon thinking, I still got at least 2 hours before my date with Miss Yu, so I got time. Until then, with soon, he heads back to his home, where he begins thinking of new places on where he could train, and also new techniques as well, as he wants to broaden his arsenal and skill sets. But he can't really do that all the time, as even his mother would worry. And not only that, he's still worried about Ida as well, as he did say he wanted to see on his brother's doing, wondering if he could call Ida and ask if where is the hospital that his brother's at. And as soon as he does, he doesn't get a reply back from Ida throughout the entire day. And it's almost like Ida's phone is completely off, or possibly he just doesn't want to talk to anybody, which makes sense given what happened to his brother. But soon Izuku just dropping it and decided to. And with that time going by, it's now his date with Yu, as they kind of went out in the evening to go and get dinner together at that of a restaurant, with being a 4-star restaurant actually, due to Mount Lady actually using her hero connections and being quite that of a public favorite hero after all. With soon Izuku knew this. He wasn't a big fan of using hero connections to get the places, but he could help. It was kind of useful in some situations, but he still wasn't a big fan of it after all. With soon their date ended with Yu asking if Izuku had a good time, as he says of course he had a good time, spending time with her, of course, with Yu basically blushing at the comment, and wonder if she wanted to know more about Nejire, as Izuku basically sighed, saying, I knew this was coming, as he says, what would you say about sharing me with other girls? As she's saying, are you serious? Saying, yes. Look, you don't have to agree to it one bit. Is she saying, sure, why not? As saying, wait, what? I don't mind, even though the concept does kind of piss me off a little bit. But personally, you've actually inspired me to be a better hero more than anything. Originally, I was only in it for fame and money, but now I just want to be a hero that you can look up to, Izuku, just like how you see All Might after all. So, if you want to be with other girls, then I don't mind. As Izuku saying, oh, you've got to be kidding me. Even her? As Izuku basically takes a deep breath and thinks, saying, you really has fallen for me. Hell, I don't even think she wants to leave me anytime soon. Honestly, I thought for sure that this would be a deal breaker. And I don't know why, but part of me feels glad, at least trying to attempt to make it work. Soon, Izuku saying, okay, you. If you're okay with me sharing me with other girls, then I'm glad. But if you feel like you can't handle it, or feel like if you don't feel like I'm giving you any attention, then you can break up with me, and I would understand if you did. As soon she hugged Izuku before kissing him for at least about 10 seconds. Then she's saying, There's no chance. You're too nice of a kid. I can understand why girls would like you. You're sweet, kind, and always think of other people before yourself. So, personally, I wouldn't mind one bit. And she soon saying, well, if any of the girls break your heart in any way or get too damn annoying, then I will probably get mad at them. As Izuku saying, oh great, that was also what I was worried about as well. Watsun saying, great, well then, I hope to see you again, you. I hope you have a good night. Watsun saying, you too, Izuku. With Sun saying that she loves him. As then Izuku says it back as well. As then Izuku goes back home with Izuku's mom completely worried for Izuku. Why has he been in and out constantly? With him saying that he's had tons of plans today and all that. With Sun saying, do you have a girlfriend, Izuku? As Izuku saying, well, yes, in a way. More than yes. As Inko couldn't help but tear up after hearing that comment, as saying, my boy is growing up even more. As Izuku saying, been growing up, but just not in the way that you think, Mom. As soon trying to calm down his crying mother. But soon, the next day, Izuku decided to train a little bit, figured out this would be the best chance that he has if he wants to get stronger. Not only that, he's also decided to head to Hosu City, as it being the place where the hero killer is most likely to be for his certain, hero hunting after all. As it would be the best place if he wants to take him down once and for all. As for Izuku's training, he didn't really get much done actually, but he did get somewhat of training that of trying to learn a new jutsu after all, a new swift style jutsu. But he's having a hard time trying to get the hand signs and motions and wonder about the technique if he can do for it. Not only that, he needs to strengthen his body more, as his 15 to 16-year-old body isn't strong enough to hold up to this jutsu yet. It doesn't matter how old he is, his body is still the same age as every time he comes back to the world of My Hero Academia. No matter how much training he goes through, it just reverts back to normal. Which soon Izuku thinks, this is the only downside. Not only that, my body isn't capable of handling this jutsu easily. No, not one bit. Unless I get older, or at least I get my original bodies back, then there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to use this jutsu properly without any negative side effects. With that taken care of, Izuku prepares his night as a vigilante, but realizing that Mirako has basically looking more and more for Ion, he's decided to just focus on, Ronin and the Shadow, which should be the best vigilantes. But, of course, he doesn't know that Mirako is already catched on that he is all three of them after all. But soon, Izuku heads out to Hosu City to find the hero killer. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I would love to know what you guys think. Also, sorry if the video isn't so action-packed and a lot more cringe-inducing due to this. I am really, really, really sorry. I mean it. As also, if you guys have any what-ifs you guys want to get to me, please hit up my Discord, which would be in the link in the description below. I would give you some pointers and my thoughts on the idea of the what if itself. Also, check out my gaming channel, in the links and a link below as well. If you guys just want to see me stream and also watch me play a couple of games with friends and family as well. So, with that said, this is Leon Mooky, signing out. Later, guys.
Hi everyone, this is White Fox. If you liked Leon's video, click the video on the left to see the most recent one. And if you want to see more of this, click the subscribe button and notification bell and check out his playlists. If you still haven't subscribed, do so in the center. With that said, I hope to see you again on my love's channel. Bye!